Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Social Media Millionaire podcast. I'm very excited for this episode. Not only are we recording this one live as well, like we've done with some of the others, so we potentially will have questions from the people on live featured in the episode, and this is going to be a fun one. I haven't seen anybody really talk about this, so I'm excited to dive in and kind of uncover some of our strategies here with you. So, this episode, if you haven't seen the title already, is going to be unpacking how we utilize Instagram subscriptions. And this is kind of going to be setting you up for success if you've been thinking about leveraging an Instagram subscription in 2025 to monetize your Instagram, to monetize your social media. So, we are going to dive into it. So, with our Instagram subscription, we wanted to make it very affordable so that we could serve as many people as possible, and have it be a super low barrier of entry for people to get inside and get some feedback, get some coaching from me. And the reason that we did this, because we have a membership, we have high ticket programs, we haven't had any passive offers up until this point, but we are bringing out a Pinterest program. So it'll be Pinterest focused, Pinterest only. But the reason that we wanted to do this is to add another level of accessibility to our business, add in a micro commitment in our business. So, really leveraging that sales psych in the funnel, which we'll talk about a little bit more, and give people a place to really build a community and build more of a connection with me before diving into our higher ticket programs. So, we launched the membership, or the subscription, I should say, about, I want to say 2 months ago now. And it has grown very rapidly. It's only $9.99 a month, so it's obviously very affordable. It's something that really anybody can afford to be inside of. And again, the reason we've done that is just to cultivate a little bit more of a community within Instagram. And you guys know that your content is not always going to be shown to the people who actually follow you on that platform. So, this has been a really great way to ensure that the people that really want to see our content are able to beyond just following us or even being added to close friends. If you guys are interested in my close friends story strategy, let me know. Send me a DM with any questions that you have about that, because I'm also happy to talk about that. But we're going to focus in on subscriptions today. So, what we've done with the Instagram subscription is it's basically a hybrid between Instagram close friends and a membership. So, we've brought in a little bit of each. Now, the way that we are leveraging it versus the way other people I've seen leveraging it is very different, because we are bringing in a lot more long form content, and more actionable information, whereas a lot of people are just kind of doing exclusive content, but they're just like kind of posting to a close friend story almost with their subscription. So ours is a lot more value and action based, coming from more of an education perspective. So we've got that hybrid between the membership where there's some longer form like trainings that people can access. They can also ask questions and kind of be involved in the community. You're able to go live specifically to your subscribers. So again, just forming that little bit more intimate connection with the people within your subscribers. Now, speaking of connections and community, this is absolutely a gold mine if you want to cultivate a little bit more expressive buyer energy within your audience and within your community. So, expressive buyers, we know this about them, that they are it's very appealing to them to be a part of a community, to be a part of something, to get exclusive access to something, to kind of want to be the first one inside, really get to know you, really build that connection with the person that they're buying from. So, a subscription on your Instagram is actually a really great way to create those touch points with expressive buyers and also amiable buyers where they really need to trust you. Of course, there's things about it that are great for the other buyer types as well, but it's something that if you kind of struggle to sell to the more emotional buyer types, this can be a really great way to kind of cultivate them a little bit more within your community and create a touch point that is really going to be activating to them and what they tend to like. So, the reason that we created the subscription and the way that we're using it and the way that I would recommend you use it is as a lower barrier of entry or a tripwire. So essentially what it is it's getting us, leads, it's getting us information about the people who are most engaged in our community, and it's setting up a macro commitment within our flow that's, again, a low barrier of entry. So because it's only $9, it's obviously very attainable to the masses. Just about anybody can afford it. And what we know about this and we know about consumer behavior is that people who buy from you once are 83% more likely to purchase from you again. So if you can get people through the door with what's called a tripwire, so a really low ticket offer, you're increasing your chances of them buying from you and buying something else, buying something higher ticket by 83%. That is massive in the world of marketing and sales, okay? 85% is a night and day difference in your revenue. So if you can strive for that increase and really create a higher customer LTV by bringing people through that process, that is going to be very impactful for your business. So we've leveraged it kind of as a tripwire within the funnel, and not everything is in place yet, but I can give you a little bit of insight as to how we're planning to leverage this in the future. So first and foremost, we are also going to be grabbing the emails from people who join the subscription. And the reason for that is, number one, we want to be able to send out longer form content that isn't necessarily super easy to upload onto Instagram, because we really want to provide that value. And then the second thing is that we'd also like to add them to more of an exclusive list where we're able to send out those emails and connect with people on a deeper level. I really hate like newsletters and things like that are just fluffy information going out nonstop. But I love the idea of dropping things into people's inbox that's very valuable, that we know that they can use, that's actionable. Maybe it's a little template or a sprinkle of a freebie there, and just dropping things in that they're going to be actually looking forward to receiving those emails from us. And we're wanting to kind of cultivate that exclusivity with a specific email segment from the people that are in the subscription as well. The next point here that I wanted to unpack is the fact that if you can produce results for people in a low ticket offer like this, then of course you are going to be increasing the odds that they are going to not only come into one of your other programs and work their way through your offer suite, but also that they're going to refer and shout you from the rooftops, and you're going to build that connection with them on a deeper level. So if you're able to produce results, and I talk about this all the time in terms of a freebie, but also within your super low ticket offers, if you can create really high impact results from really simplifying what you're having people do and making it very actionable, then people are going to be just so locked onto your brand. It creates so much loyalty, and we can really go into that norm of reciprocity and how that applies to creating results. It hits home back to that sales psychology there. And so with that, what we're able to do with the Instagram subscription is really mesh into the existing user behavior of the people on that platform, right? If we were to have people sign up for our membership that's on Skool, which we do have, and people love the membership, but it's a little bit higher price. It's like $67 a month in comparison to $9.97 a month, but it does have, longer form content. It has more trainings. It has more kind of support from our team. All of that being said, having people download another app like Skool or Voxer or Slack or Circle or Mighty Networks or whatever it is that you're using is going to be a little bit more of a disconnect. It's going to be a higher barrier of entry just to get people to actually interact and engage with it. And we know this about memberships. We know that active members don't leave. And so the biggest problem that people have with retention in their reoccurring offers like this is usually engagement, getting people to show up consistently, engage, and continue to see value. When people are receiving value from your membership and they're constantly learning and they're constantly showing up and they're engaging, they aren't canceling. And so with retention comes engagement. You have to have engagement to have retention. And so what we found is that it's much more difficult. It can be done, of course. And we have clients that are making tens, hundreds of thousands, even into the millions per month from memberships. So that's not like a thing that's hard to do. However, with this, what we're doing is we're creating a touch point that is already ingrained into their user behavior. Think about the way that you operate, right? You in the morning pop open your phone, you probably scroll through TikTok, you check Instagram, maybe depending on your generation, you check Facebook, maybe you check LinkedIn, I don't know, but we know that you're checking Instagram, we know that you're checking TikTok, right? And so rather than having to get you to enable push notifications from a different app and send you a ton of email reminders that there's these different things that you consume and have all these consumption reminders happening, what we can do again to lower that barrier of entry and just ingrain ourselves into the existing user behavior of our audience is to have a subscription that is based on the Instagram app. So it's already ingrained in the way that they're using the platform. They're already watching stories. Now they're going to also see your subscriber stories right there in the mix. They're already scrolling through their feed. So they're going to get your value-packed subscription-based content there. They're already watching reels. They're going to get your subscription reels there. So you're able to sprinkle in that value and continue to kind of pop up, be top of mind for people by ingraining yourself into that behavior that they're already taking a part in on the Instagram platform. The next thing here is the ability to create longer form and more personalized content. Now, because people have a little bit of skin in the game, again, going back to that sales psychology with the norm of reciprocity, this hits home to, being able to bring in that longer form content, bring in that personalized content, and really get people a little bit more immersed in your world, right? When people have a little bit of skin in the game because they've paid for this subscription, they're a lot more likely to sit there and consume a 10, 20, 15-minute video than they are on like YouTube, right? Or even listening to a podcast, right? Because you don't have as much skin in the game. If you're paying to have access to this thing, it's a lot more likely that you're going to actually consume that longer form content. So this is a really great way to prioritize those people who need a little bit more nurturing and get them the information that they need in a good way that is going to entice them to actually want to consume all of that longer form content. Again, because they are paying for access to it. It's going to entice them to actually consume and participate a little bit more. The next thing that we are going to employ with this is also bonuses and early bird offers. So when we do our big Black Friday promotion, we are going to be offering some early bird and bonuses, some different payment plans and things to the people that are in our subscription on Instagram, because those people have already been nurtured by us. They already know really that they want to work with us in the future. And so what we're going to do, because they've been so nurtured, because we've built that connection, because they've already seen results from what we do, we're going to offer some bonuses and promotions for them that'll be exclusive to the subscription. And that'll be a lot of our pre-launch strategy coming into Black Friday. Now, this next week, what we are also going to do, and our team has been joking about this nonstop, we are going to run a promotion, and I'm calling it the "Oh no, it's almost Q4 and you're not even halfway towards reaching your goals for the end of the year for your income sale." That is what we're calling it. And so for the people who like really want to take action and really want to hop in quickly and get some immediate results, get some immediate eyes on their business, what we're going to do is people that join within 24 hours are going to get a free one-on-one call strategy session with one of the members of our team, depending on who it is that is best aligned with the issue that you're wanting to solve. So basically, when you come in, you'll tell us what the thing is that you're wanting to solve, what the biggest roadblock or hurdle is that you have in your business. We're going to assign you with the team member that can solve that thing for you. We're going to knock it right out of the way within your first week in the program. Then we'll, of course, move you through the rest of the process. And so that's what that promotion is going to look like. Again, the people in our subscription are going to be getting early bird access to that. And I guess the people on the live now know about this as well. But that is what we're going to do, because again, these are our most engaged consumers. These typically are going to be expressive buyers. They want to be the first inside. They're going to shout your name from the rooftops, and they are people that are going to continue to buy again and again and again. And you are going to be increasing your conversion rate and your potential of conversion by 85% if people purchase even a small micro product like this from you. So that is how we are actually going about leveraging subscriptions for our business on Instagram, and hopefully you can take this strategy with you into 2025. The biggest thing that we've done that's been really impactful in getting people into subscriptions, and we can talk about this more in a different episode, but I already have a lot of episodes about sales psychology. One of the biggest things that we've been really leveraging is the bandwagon effect, really creating FOMO, and also leveraging a little bit of loss aversion, because the stories that stay up, right? If we post a story in subscription, it's up for a limited amount of time. And also creating that hype around showcasing all the people that are joining, the results that they're getting just from this low ticket offer, has been really enticing for people to hop inside, and it's a really, really easy sale. So we've been really enjoying it. I've really had so much fun connecting with people in DMs, and of course they get that little subscriber badge, so I know if it's somebody in the subscription or not. And it's just a really been a great way for me to add value to the community in a way that, like I said, there's a little bit more skin in the game, so they're enticed to actually consume what it is that we're putting out. There's a lot of nurturing and value that's happening inside of the Instagram subscription as well. So if you're interested in checking it out, of course, like I said, it's $9 a month. You can cancel at any time. If you want to hop in there and see kind of what it looks like, what we've done with the long form and short form content that's in there, and kind of how we've structured it all, it's super value packed. So my Instagram is at kenda.laney. If you want to hop over there, click on the subscription button and hop inside of it. That way you can see kind of what we're doing and how we've set this up. Otherwise, if you have any questions, be sure to DM me on Instagram. My DMs are always open, and you know that I am the queen of voice notes, and so I will be sending you 1,000,001 voice notes back if you have any questions or want to chat through anything. And the link will be in the show notes if you'd like to book a free consult with our team to kind of chat through any gaps that you have in your business. So I'm really excited to connect with you. Please be sure to reach out. Subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already. Leave us a review. It really helps us get seen in the whatever the podcast algorithm is. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for being here.